Francisco Franco was Spain's dictator from 1939 to 1975. He wanted to create a nationalism atmosphere and to have all power for himself. He erased all foreign languages from schools so he could have an only Spanish-speaking nation. He cut entertainment media and restricted television transmission so he could control the people's thoughts and prevent a revolution against the authoritarian government in place.
So now here we are in Mexico, which was a Spanish colony. Francisco Franco was born in December 4th, 1892 in El Ferrol, España. This city is known for shipbuilding, and he wanted to follow the footsteps of his family members that used to serve in the Navy. He was Catholically educated, and after he finished his primary education, due to the aftermath of the Spanish-American War, which made the Navy reduct, he had to enlist in the Infantry Academy at Toledo. He also joined the right-leaning rebel movement, and he went to Morocco. He went back to Morocco in 1936 when he gained the support of Nazi Germany and Fascist Italy. He led an uprising movement against the Republican forces, and in October 1st, 1936, after the Civil War, he was declared by the nationalist forces as head of the government and commander-in-chief of the army.
Hello, we're here with the Spanish economist Constanza Pensado. She's going to talk about the economy of Spain. Will tell us, how is the economy in those days?
Well, the Spanish economy during Francisco Franco's dictatorship was divided in three, because after the Civil War, it had a really bad impact on the economy. Here we can see a chart. The levels of the economy were really low, and most of Spain's reserves, like gold and internal and foreign exchange, was disappearing.
And the government did about that?
Well, firstly, the government implemented anti-market policies, and they were trying to make Spain autosufficient.
Was it also focused on economic independence?
Yes. By the end of 1940s, the GDP of Spain was 40% of all the Western Europe. So, in the second stage, it was focused on economic independence, just focusing on independization and liberalization.
We also know, we have the knowledge that the Pact of Madrid was signed in those decades. Can you tell us more about it?
The Pact of Madrid was in 1953, and it was between the US and Spain. And the US wanted to set military bases on Spain, and in that they would give economy consultory.
Economy in Spain began to be stable.
Starting from 1951 to 1956, it was a really good economic growth, like here happened. In 1960s, there was the Spanish miracle, which was an amazing economic growth.
Okay, can you tell us more about industrialization? Is Spain having success, or did it have success in that time?
In 1959, there was the stabilization plan, which was implemented to have a really good growth in economy. That's why in 1960s there was a really big change, and basically it helped to implement freedom in international trade, because there was a lot of black markets. It was properly implemented, and it had a really great success.
Is it true that Frankism was an ideology?
Yes, indeed. Frankism was an ideology, and they just wanted to keep a dictatorship. And, well, they were against communism mainly.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great day.
In 1939, Francisco Franco had taken control over his country, but soon his political position in this country was going to be complicated because of the starting of World War II. Adolf Hitler and Francisco Franco met to discuss the joining of the two powers in war, but Adolf Hitler rejected this idea. He did not like it, and he simply said no. Later on, Francisco Franco still sent the troops into war, and Adolf Hitler accepted them.
Francisco Franco's dictatorship was less violent than many other dictators such as Stalin, Hitler, and Mussolini, but he did violate some rights that were granted by the UN. Some of those were democratic participation, which was violated by Franco. This right was violated because it consisted that people can choose their own leader. The other right that was violated by him was life, liberty, and security. This right was violated during the Spanish Civil War, where many people were in danger and many people died also. Freedom of speech is another right that was violated by him. This right was granted by the government, but it could be used partially, because he created a charter that guaranteed this right, but was prohibited to attack the fundamental principles of the state, and you could be accused of treason. So it was partially prohibited because you couldn't talk bad about the state. You could be accused of treason or you could be led to prison.
Hey, mister!
Hostia, tío.
Good morning. Can we do you an interview?
Vale,
What's your name?
Alejandro Lepe.
We are here in the streets of Madrid with Alejandro Lepe, and we're gonna ask him about the Francisco Franco's dictatorship and how is the Spanish point of view. Are you okay with that?
Vale.
Alright, so how do Spanish people perceive the Francisco Franco's dictatorship?
Bueno, el país se ha dividido entre dos lados. Está el grupo de personas que piensan que él nos salvó del comunismo y luego está el otro tipo de gentuza que piensa que él fue el culpable de la guerra civil de 1936 a 1939.
What was the aftermath of Francisco Franco's government and who was the successor? What happened after events?
Buah, chaval, pues el sucesor de Franco fue Juan Carlos I. Él al principio quería mantener todo el régimen que había dejado este hombre, pero al final en 1975, el 20 de noviembre, él decidió acabar, ¿no?, con todo la regla autoritaria que habían puesto el dictador, y él decidió imponer la democracia, y España ha mantenido la democracia desde ese entonces.
So thank you so much, Alejandro. Keep enjoying the beautiful Madrid city and have a nice day.
Muchas gracias a ustedes.
Franco's dictatorship wasn't as aggressive as others. Actually, some people consider him a good governor, while others may think the opposite. It depends on each point of view.